how are we doing? Kindergarten, year 1, year 2. I'm back again for your week 10 PE online learning. Today we're going to be focusing on our jump. Now remember those 3 really important key components for our jumping. Your knees have to bend, that gives you lots of power, and they need to bend when you're landing as well because it's going to help the safety of your knees. We don't want them to get nice and sore, especially at a young age. The second thing you need to do is of course keep your eyes forward. You need to see where you are pushing to or where you're jumping to. So it's really important to see that target. And the last one is you're jumping off 2 legs. Not like our hop where we're just doing 1. Really important to get those 2 legs together and pushing off. So I've got a couple of activities. I've had a few questions about how we do this. You guys can do it however you would like. If you'd like to set up these 5 activities and then maybe time yourself, you can do 2 minutes on each activity and then see how you progress during the week. You can do it that way if you wish to. If you just want to choose one activity and focus on doing that for 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, you can do that as well. I'm going to show you this first task here. This is called our broad jump. What you're going to do is have this as your test at the start of the week. You're going to do it on Monday, and that means that you're going to have that goal for you to try and set by Friday. Your jump, of course, again, bending knees, pushing off on 2 feet, eyes are forward. For this activity, our broad jump, you're going to do 5 jumps out while you're holding any equipment. So, I've got my line that I get to start from. I'm going to do 5 jumps out as far as I can. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, I've put that mark down at my feet. That means that's the mark that I'm going to try and beat by Friday. So that's going to be your goal. Amber is going to show you our first drill. This is fantastic if you've got a set of seats at home, or a set of steps at home. You can use any type of equipment where you have to jump up. Now, for this one, Amber's going to show you just a nice simple bending of the knees. Her eyes are going to be forward because these are hard. It would hurt if she's not watching where she's going. She's going to take off on 2 feet. Amber, show us how this steps.
Oh well.
Perfect. Okay, see, Amber's pretty good. So, if Amber wants a bit of a challenge, she might try just doing 2 steps at a time. It's whatever you feel safe and feel comfortable doing. So, do you want to try maybe going 2 steps at a time?
Yeah.
See, look at her, really good knee bend. Her eyes are forward, she's taking off on 2 feet. I'm very impressed. She gets a gold star for that one. We have Mr. Barnett. Now, Mr. Barnett was a gold medal jumper at the Olympics in 1832. So you're going to see some fantastic jumping over here from Mr. Barnett. He's going to once again keep his knees nice and bent. He's going to push up, and what he's going to do with his wall jump is reach up as high as he can. Off you go, Mr. Barnett. Very good. Now, Mr. Barnett has his task. He's got his goal. So if he's got another post-it at home, for the next time he's going to try and beat that mark. Off you go, Mr. Barnett. Good knee bend. Fantastic. We'll give him a huge round of applause. Always trying to beat that. You can just use 1 if you want to. So he can continue, Mr. Barnett can continue to try and beat that and try and get higher each time he gets up that wall. 1 more time, Mr. Barnett, with a really good knee bend. His eyes are on his target. And he's pushing off on 2 feet, really important. Even higher that time. He's really, really good jumper. We can see over here, Mademoiselle. You can see her, she's got a couple of objects out here. Now, if you don't have buckets, you might have a ball that you can jump over. You might have your mum's briefcase or some of your dad's equipment from the gym at home. You can use any of these to jump over. Of course, if you're a really confident jumper, you can set some higher things to jump over. Mademoiselle's going to show you exactly how that jump works. Her 2 feet are together. You can see the way that they're bending her knees. And she's looking at her target so she's not going to fall over. Very impressed again, well done. Now, Miss Howe of the Miss Howe's Owls, she's going to show you a couple of activities here that we can do. If you have a skipping rope, you can pull it nice and straight. If you don't have a skipping rope at home, you don't need one, you can just use the line here. All you're doing for this one is 2 feet together, but we're jumping in opposite directions. So you'll jump over and over, not run into each other, of course. And you can do 5 jumps on each side. And then important to maybe give yourself a bit of a break, and then you can continue doing these activities through again. Perfectly done. Now we're all going to come back to the start here. We're all going to take our little object here. And we're all going to trial. Probably not enjoy it, jump sticks. You might take that one to the side. You can use my hat this time. Oh, thanks so much. So once again, this broad jump. This is what you want to do at the start of the week and at the end of the week to see how your jumping is progressing. They've all got their line. How many jumps are we taking out, guys? 5. Very good. So 5 big jumps out to the task. They're trying to beat that mark. Off you go, guys. Let me get out of the way. And of course, they've got their task, they've got their target they're trying to beat for the rest of the week. Really well done, guys. We're coming nice and close, but maintaining social distancing. Have a fantastic time with this, guys. We'll see you for next term, but enjoy your week 10 online learning for PE. Catch you later, guys.